Alright, hello and welcome. So, Baro is back, so let's take a look at what he's got. Some new stuff today. Well, new, kind of new.
Just back from the void, I presume.
So, we've got the Volcar Wraith, which is the first time he's had this, previously an event item, of course. The Volcar Wraith is okay. I don't think it's 450 ducats worth if you don't have a lot of the other stuff he's got today, but it's fine. If you need a sniper rifle and you don't like the Pedestal Prime, probably one that maybe you should check out. It's alright. Then we've got Pedestal Prime showing up again. This is a really nice decoration. I don't really think there's much else to be said. It doesn't cost you ducats, it only costs credits. If you have a shit ton of credits, get them. I have a bunch of these in my ship. I think they look quite nice, so they're very good, obviously. Prime Flow, this is a standby Prime mod. Tons of Warframes use this. Very, very good mod that I would definitely suggest you pick up if you do not have it. Pure Sugatra, this is a nice, simple Sugatra. It looks good on most things. The energy color is customizable. It's very cheap in terms of ducats. So, solid cosmetic. We have the beacons, which, as we've gone over before, the Grust Drag, probably not worth it. Just do LOR. It's really not hard to get the Grust Drag farm going. Like, just join, like, the Warframe school bus and, like, just go run a bunch of LORs, and you'll get the brack if you're looking for it. It's not a big deal. Very easy to do that. Stalker, on the other hand, and Zanuka, on the other hand, show up much less frequently. So if you need stuff from them really badly, I mean, I guess you would go for this. Prime Pressure Point showing up again. So you don't need this. The upgrade is pretty minimal on Prime Pressure Point. That being said, melee is the strongest thing in the game, and this is a raw increase in damage for it. So, yeah. It is reasonably worth it if you're big into melee, as I know a lot of people are. So, do with that information what you will. If you've got an extra 40k endo lying around, definitely a good thing to do. Then we have the Katir chestplate, which I think is the weakest of all of the Katir armors. It just sticks out super, super far, and we'll show that. Otherwise, we've got the Primed Heavy Trauma, which impact just isn't that strong, and I don't think that the melee weapons that could even benefit from this are really that worth using. So this is 40k endo. You could probably save yourself and only pick this up if you're a collector. Otherwise, you got Prime Pistol Ammo Mutation. So of the ammo mutations that are primed, this is probably the most worth it one, but that's a really, really low bar, and it's only because weapons like the Twin Gurkhata exist that are intensely ammo hungry. If you've got hella excess endo, then you could do that, I guess. Only if you really, really want those, like, just the ammo eaters, if you're using those. Definitely do not need this for something like the Axolotl Prime, which is just fine with a regular ammo mutation. So yeah. Like, new-ish thing today, for anyone that missed it, I suppose. Otherwise, it's like a middling haul. I mean, Prime Flow and Prime Pressure Point, for anyone that doesn't have those, is always going to be good, and some solid cosmetic stuff was brought in today, mostly Pyra and the Pedestal Prime. But yeah, good overall. We'll show that Katir chestplate, and then we will move on to console. Alright, so here we have the Katir chestplate. I feel like this might be really good if you could turn off the, like, Katir energy stuff that it's got going on. But I think it sticks out way too far. It's large. It is very, very big. So I don't think it's super worth it, but I mean, we'll show some colors for it anyway. It does color very well, as all of the Katir pieces do. I just don't think it is great. And obviously, some of these colors are making, like, this much less visible, but I don't really think that's, like, an efficient way to go, because obviously you're then changing your colors for all of your other armor to be less visible and all that business. Yeah, like, it's fine. It's just not customizable enough. Like, if you could turn off the energy on it, I think I would actually use this on quite a few Warframes, but you unfortunately cannot. So that's that for PC stuff. Let's move on over to console. See what they got today. Alright, now over here on console, we've got the Katir palette, which is really solid. Lots of really good blues and browns in here. The browns are particularly useful if you want to go for a like leathery look on, say, like Mesa's Duster or something. Really, really solid for that. Good color palette overall. Cheap, definitely pick it up. No real reason not to, just gives you more choices for customization. It's kind of a no-brainer to pick this one up. It's very, very cheap. Katir Glyph, kind of only a collector thing. If you feel like you just want to have the glyphs that you can get it. That's kind of it. Or if you really like Baro Katir for some reason, then nab it, I guess. Otherwise, we have Prime Target Cracker, which is very, very good. Used on 4 of my 5 top 5 secondaries. Incredibly good mod. Yeah, it's just a really solid secondary mod that is used on a lot of secondaries, so nab it. We have Prime Rifle Ammo Mutation, which is fine. Like, there's nothing, like, particularly special about this, and it's not really needed for anything. I would say that maybe if you really enjoyed the Glaxion, this would be useful, but that's going to not be true after the update hits, so probably not really useful for anything. So probably a skip if you're low on ducats and aren't just collecting them. Otherwise, we have the entire Edo set. So having the entire Edo set is kind of nice. It's a good set overall. I think the legs are maybe a bit weak now, but that's kind of just due to armor getting better and the Edo set being kind of old in general. The chest piece is really nice. The arms are good if you're going for that kind of look. I personally like the Daedalus set better than the Edo set from Baro, but it's still fine. Otherwise, we have a 3-day resource booster, so if you're going to be doing some hard farming, this might be worth it to you. It's really a matter of like how much time you're going to put into the game in the next 3 days from whenever you buy this. If it's a lot of days, you're just going to be going like 8 hours a day for 3 days in a row and just like doing some hard farming, probably super worth it. You get a lot of value out of this. Otherwise, if you could buy these and then activate them whenever you want, that would be really awesome. I would hope that maybe at some point they might change that to be that way, because that would be super cool. Otherwise, we have the Detron Mara, which is okay. I mean, it's like a slightly better version of the Mara, or the Detron. And it doesn't really compete with other secondaries. It's fine, I guess. It's all right. If you really need a secondary shotgun, probably get a Brack instead. And then we have Prime Shotgun Ammo Mutation. So, I guess if you have like a fire rate comb, which you probably would have fire rate on a comb, I guess, maybe you would use this, but I think you would lose too much DPS to make the comb worth using at that point. So, it's just not. It's not really useful for anything. Is the big problem with this, and it's the problem with a lot of like the primed ammo mutation is that they cost too much for what they're doing for you. So, just okay. Overall, this is good just because like the Katir color palette is great, and Prime Target Cracker is really solid for anyone that didn't pick it up, and the Edo set is obviously pretty reasonable. Otherwise, everything else is kind of bleh. Primed ammo mutations are never really going to be a big thing. But yeah, that's been Baro Katir.
Until next time.
And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, also, the update is probably going to hit today, and I will definitely be streaming, so come check it out, twitch.tv/Brozime. Chill, we'll do a bunch of update things, like the Limbo rework, Octavia coming out, all that business. So if that drops today, you can imagine I'll be streaming like all day and most of the night also. So, I'll hopefully see you there.